Shakespeare. So now you guys are hearing, and this is something our people don't really know, is that the Bible is full of solutions. Full of solutions to problems that we see every single day. These are problems that we live. And we always ask, where's the solution? How can we fix it? We're thinking, maybe the white man's going to come in and fix it for us. Maybe it's who we vote for that's going to fix it. All you have to do all this time was open the book and start applying what you're reading. Watch this. Read Leviticus 5:1, since Captain was mentioning. Read that.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And if a soul sin.
If a soul sin. So now we're talking about Poughkeepsie. Is there a lot of sinning going on in Poughkeepsie? Is there a lot of crime going on in Poughkeepsie? There's sin. There's evil going on in Poughkeepsie. Read.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and there's a witness.
If a witness, and do we see this crime that's going on? Like, watch this. You ain't got to tell me no names, right? Have you ever seen anyone sell drugs with your own eyes? The two women said yes. You thinking about it too long, so I already know the answer. Because you're already afraid. You're already like, I'm not going to say nothing. But you seen it with your own eyes. I haven't even been out here 2 hours yet. I seen it with my own eyes. I already seen it. So I know you saw it. Read.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and there's a witness whether he has seen or known of it.
Whether you've seen or known of it. This is what God said. Read.
If you do not utter it.
If you do not utter it. If you do not say something.
Then he shall bear his iniquity.
It's your fault. You're going to bear the iniquity. It's your fault. This is what God said to the judges. This is the priest that he set up. Understand, when Moses was bringing this out, you know what the men looked like that he was speaking to? Like this brother right here, like this brother right here, like this brother right here, like this brother right here. This is who Moses was speaking to. Now we've gotten in our mind that, oh, well, the Bible must have been talking about these type of people. No, it was men just like us. Men just like us, that Moses, as I'm speaking to you now, Moses was speaking to him saying, listen, this is how we're gonna govern, this is how we're gonna police our communities.
Caesar Borgia.
Huh?
Caesar Borgia.
Homosexuality? Right. These are things we say, and when I don't see nothing. It's all over the news. Speaking of that, now they have in the libraries, in the schools, they're bringing drag queens in to read to the children. How do you feel about that? No good. No good. I agree.
It's indoctrination.
Indoctrination. What are they trying to indoctrinate in the children?
Homosexuality.
They're trying to normalize it.
Yeah.
They're trying to normalize it. Whereas this is a person's sexual preference. Why does a kindergartner need to know about sexual preference?
Can I please say something?
Go ahead.
Can I please something? I just lost my brother 2 years ago. Over there that we had. He overdosed on heroin. I am not feeling good. 2 years.
Watch this. I'm gonna bring some scriptures out, and I want you to listen. Read that last part of this one more time.
Then he shall bear his iniquity.
If you hear sin and see sin that's going on in your community, and you don't say anything about it, you're gonna bear the iniquity. That's on us as men. That's on us as men. Why? Because we see younger men. You look like an older man, maybe what, in your 30s? 41, all right. So a little bit older. What are you, in your 30s, 20s? 20s? How about you? 45. So now I got my brothers in their 40s, right? And my brothers in their late 20s. We're supposed to be leaders in this community. But who's leading the community? Young men. 16, 17. Who's the leaders of these gangs? Who's the drug dealers? Is it not young men? Is it not younger men? Who makes you have to stay in your house at night? Who do you have to look out for when you're walking on the street? Younger men. Why? Because as older men, we're not doing our job. We become afraid. We become weak. We become weak. Now you have a younger man telling you, you're 41. Now a young man who's 17, 18 years old will tell you in a rap song, if you snitch, you get stitches. He's half your age. Less than half your age, telling you, you better keep your mouth shut. No, young man, you better keep your mouth shut and open your ears and learn something. Right. This is how we're supposed to conduct ourselves in the community. Listen, the men are supposed to get together and say, listen, open this Bible, go to these young men, enough, enough. You're not selling drugs right here. You better go find somewhere else. Right. Not in my community, but what do? I don't see it. I don't see it. Now what happens? What did our sister just say? Now her brother overdoses. Now what do we say? Oh, well, I didn't tell him to do that. It's not my fault, but we saw it. We saw it. Now she got to feel that pain. But it's not your brother. But what happens when it's your brother? What happens when it's my son? This is the way that priests are supposed to think. Priests are supposed to be serious men. Black men, we're not seen as serious men. Hispanic men, we're not seen as serious. We're seen as jokers. What is some joke? What are some things you know about black men? Baby daddies, right? Drug dealers. Pants sagging. What else? Dancing.
Popping perks.
Drugs. Entertainment. Games. That's what we're known for. Athletes. Musicians. But where are the priests? Where are the governors? I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about governing the community. Where is it? Where is it?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.